Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have a great collection of new Dazzle stickers, perfect for spring and Easter. So we've got, these are floral bouquet, Easter eggs, adorable Easter bunnies. We've also got 10 adhesive mirror and pearl sheets. I'm going to show you how to use those. We've also got brand new Dazzle cards. These are the Curlicue ones, they're so cute. And they put them together and they make pretty cards just like this one. I can't wait to show you all the cards we came up with, so come back and play with us. All right, for our new Dazzle Curlicue, this is a brand new pattern. These cards have been wildly successful, you guys. So you get 5 printed 5 by 6.5 inch cards, okay? And then you also get the envelopes. And what we love to do with them is do a little inking on them. So for this card, I took a little blender brush, or a little blender tool actually, and a little bit of ink, and I used this lovely lilac color, which went really nicely here. And then I used an oval cutting die and die cut some purple, this purple polka dot from Dotted Duos #2. And so this paper pack has like a micro dot and then like a great big happy dot on this side. And then I took this cute little black bunny. We have them in black and brown finish. I took the black one because this is printed in black and I just wanted to coordinate with that. And I just put this directly onto this white cardstock oval. And then I took this pale pink tri-blend marker and then just sort of spot colored right here, okay? Just adding in some color there. And left the rest of the bunny white, foam taped this oval, glued this oval. This is a nice scallop, as you can see. And then here I took these adorable little florets. This is soft lilac. You see my theme here. We're going for this beautiful little lilac theme. And then once I glued those on, I took some of these little tiny bunnies and I just sort of stuck them behind here so they're kind of popping up. I thought that was really cute. And then I just put bunny hugs from the stickers here and then added some little pearl. These are Diamond Sparkles Purple Passion pearls, and they're little self-adhesive pearls, and added those right there. And for mailing on this, because it's got the pearls on here and because I've got the dimensional flowers, I get questions like this all the time. Sincerely, all I do is take a scrap of cardstock that's about the same size, just put that right over the top of the card and then stick it in your envelope. And I've really never had any problem with them getting caught up in the machines. I've never had one returned, and it's always been received by who I'm sending it to. So definitely give that a try if you're worried about cards with lots of dimension on them. Within reason, you know, if they're ultra thick, then definitely we have to work, maybe hand deliver. All right, so on this one, little slimline card, we're still using our little Easter bunnies. This is 8.5 by 3.5 inches wide, and my friend Debbie made this one, and she used 6 by 6 nesting place, which is just one of our favorites for spring. And what she did was, on her card, she took this piece right here and then trimmed that away, so then you've got this little scene right here, and then she put some on this side and some on this side, and that filled in those gaps. And then she's got some really beautiful glitter cardstock right here, and I forgot to ask her which one she used, but it'll be linked down below the video for sure. And then she took one of her little brown bunnies and took some paper from that paper pack, some brown kind of paper, and matted that, some pink right here, and then glued that to the card. And we're gonna have a little lesson about backing that with paper coming up. All right, so we've done our little bunnies. Let's move on to the Easter eggs. So for the Easter eggs, this cute little card uses, these Easter eggs come in 3 finishes. They come in the black vinyl with silver etching, and then they come in gold pearl and silver pearl with silver and gold etching. So Debbie used, I believe these are all the silver etching ones, this one right here. And she took these adhesive sheets, come on. She took these adhesive sheets. She used these 3 right here for the actual egg. And then before matting those, you sort of pre-mat right here using these colors, like this beautiful turquoise and the red and this beautiful purple. And once you've done that, then you back it with this one. And as I said, I'm going to talk to you about backing them. We also have a wonderful Dazzles 101 little tutorial that if you go to the Paper Wishes homepage and go all the way to the bottom, you'll see a little tab for 101s. We have a whole bunch of different kinds, but there's a lot of useful information there about, you know, details that sometimes I don't have time to cover. So we've got Tulips and Butterflies 6x6 pattern cardstock right here. This is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. So she took a little coordinating blue cardstock, put it at the top of the bottom, and then you just put your 6x6 here, and then you trim off the excess. She's got a couple of border dazzles right here, and then glued this one and foam taped this one. Really a fun card. I love what she did with that. All right, and then, oh, this one's cute too, you guys. All right, so for these sweet little floral bouquet, this one comes in gold, silver, brown, and black finishes. Oops, we don't need that. Look at this cute little 6x6 card. So adorable. So for this one, Debbie used her gingham number 2 in 6x6. She used this really nice little purple. And it's got the gingham, the micro gingham on one side, and then on the other side it's a little larger. And this also comes in 12 by 12. And then she used these adorable little tags. These are die cuts, Sweet Hugs, really sweet for Easter. Those both came from there. And she backed these little flowers using some of this adhesive sheets. So let's take a look. I'm going to grab one of these. So we've got our little adhesive sheet here. And it's super, super helpful, you guys, to cut it down. Don't try to use the whole sheet when you're doing this. And then I have to grab my little extras here. I'm going to go ahead and just peel one of these off. And then my favorite little tip is go ahead and use those corners up, because we're really just matting or backing this little center part right here. I'm going to set that down. And then just don't try to smooth it over, okay? We're just setting it there. Where did I put my scissors? You guys see them? Where are they? Where did they go? Oh, they're over here. They're in my box. All right, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna go right along the edge, right here. And then when we get to where these little flowers and things are, you can just lift those up, because you haven't like really stuck them down really good and adhered them. I mean, burnished them and stuff. And because this is essentially, you know, vinyl on vinyl, it does lift up very easily. And if you want, you can remove the backing from these self-adhesive sheets, so it's, you know, it's still a sticker. Okay, so on this one, we've got a little leaf. I'm just going to pull that up. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the rest of that. And then just kind of stick your scissors right under there. Pull this up. And I know this looks tedious. It's not. It's just easy to do. There we go. All right. So that's what you're going to be left with. It's sort of like using that same dazzle material on a dazzle. And then you can take this, if you want, you can just leave this on here and then just glue it to your card, or you can just take it off. Let me find my little pokey tool. Here we are. Pull that off, and then that's a full sticker. Go. All right, so there's your little tutorial on that one. So cute. She did that same thing right there with that same color that I used, kind of a pinky lilac, and then some turquoise there. Just a really, really sweet card. Love what she did with that. All right, and then got this card right here, you guys. And for this one, using that Curlicue's Dazzle card, and then I used these backing sheets right here. This color is kind of a, well, it's not really a turquoise. This is more of a turquoise. This is sort of a, I don't know, an aqua. And I used Birdcage's cutting dies. I used this one right here. And I cut it out of the backing sheet. So it does require, because you're die cutting something that's kind of a plasticky color, this one I cut out of the sort of royal blue color. And you do need to do some shimming on this to get it, because this has got some really fine details here with these little wires, birdcage wires. So yeah, definitely use some shimming on this. And then what I did is I just went ahead and peeled the backing off and adhered that to the card. The card I went ahead and colored. So let me grab one of my cards. Here we go. So what I did with that was I used a little bit of teal. I really like using these little old school blenders because you can just peel these off, and if you get the refills, this is what Debbie and I do, we just kind of leave them sitting, or even like if you stuck a little piece of adhesive Velcro on the back of these, we like to just nestle those right on there and they stick and you don't lose them. And then you can tell what color it is, all right? So that's your little tip. That was Debbie's little idea. She loves doing stuff like that. So I love that because you don't have to clean them, and then you have all of your little things ready to go. And I'm gonna grab I always forget to use this, and then I make a mess. My little craft mat. And then I like to start off the edge and then just do this circular motion. I like to start off doing these really light. Okay, you can always add more color, but you can't take it away. So you're just going all the way around like that. And then I like to keep the center a little more free of the ink. And then if it's heavily inked, your Dazzle stickers won't adhere as well. So either ink this, shoot it with a heat gun or a hair dryer, or let it dry overnight, and then you're not gonna have any problem. But if you go ahead and you ink this and then you try to put your Dazzle material on there, it doesn't adhere as well. It will adhere, it's just not, I'm never really happy with it if I'm in a rush. So just give it a minute to absorb into that paper and dry. Okay, so that's essentially how you're coloring those. All right, and then, all right, I matted these sweet little flowers, and I used this great color of cardstock. It's kind of a light red on one side and kind of a rosy pink on the other, and you can find that in Poppy's cardstock. Okay, it's this one right here. I love this one. Highly recommend. So with doing these with paper, just peeling these off. And what I did with this is two separate ones, is I put them on the pink for one little grouping, and then I turned it over and I used the light red on the other side. And you're gonna back these in the same way that you did with the adhesive sheets. You just go in like that. And then if you want to have like a different color flower, you just go back and do that one. So like I could put red in the center of this one. Okay, so that's how you're doing that. And then for these, of course, you would glue them on. And then I used some, these are I think teal mirror Jewel Dazzle stickers, and added those here. And then I also used some pink. Here we go. And then that's super, super glittery. Really happy with how that one turned out. There, I think I covered everything. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you about coloring these with some markers, okay? Some tri-blend markers. So we'll take one of these little bunnies. Now, what I like to do with the tri-blend markers, I'm gonna take one of these little bunnies. I like to put things like Dazzles on another layer of cardstock when I'm coloring them. I don't like to put them directly onto a card front and then color them because they tend to bleed. So I'm gonna go ahead. It has a separate little nose. You put that on, it's so cute. Go. Now I just kind of burnish that down. And I've done a little white bunny and we have a little brown bunny, and so this one is brown. We're also going to color it brown. I've got, if you're not familiar with tri-blend markers, there are 3 markers in one. And this is earth brown, and I also grabbed this tan color. So let's go with the tan. And I like to start with a darker color first. And you can color right over the tops of these Dazzle stickers. And then we're going to take the lighter shade. It's going to look like a little chocolate bunny. And we're just going to color that in. And if you can see, we're just kind of blending that lighter shade. These are still pretty dark. Probably should have gone with a lighter shade so you guys could see better. But I'm just blending that in with that darker brown that I just placed on there. Just going right over those Dazzle pieces. It's no problem at all. Very quick to color. Right, and then we're going to do those little inner ears, a little bit of pink. And then we're going to go back to that tan and just kind of fill in that top piece there. Go back to that light, and then I'm just sort of blending the tan with that pink. This one I got a little too much tan on this side. There we go. And now we can take the pink and we can go down and do these little flowers. I'm just going to color the whole thing light pink. And this goes very quickly because you can go right over the top of the Dazzle. And then you can take a little medium shade, just add some little highlights. That. And then that little guy is all done. Now, if you turn this over, there's a lot of bleeding coming on the back of that, and that's why I recommend putting these on a little oval situation like this, and then coloring your card or whatever, cover it with cardstock or patterns paper, or color it with ink, and then layering that right on top, and that way you're not bleeding through your card. And that's true of any card, not just for these particular ones. All right, so you guys, that is the deal today. We have a fantastic money saver on these. I would really encourage you to check that out. So if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, the money saver for this collection is right over there. So check that out, and then all the items individually, the pens, the inks, everything is listed down below. So you can just add 1 or 2 items, shop at will, into your cart. And if you're watching us on YouTube, we haven't forgot about you. Look in the description box below the video. There's a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page, and you'll see everything I just described. And while you're there, a thumbs up really helps people find our channel, and subscribe. We do 4 to 5 videos a week, and we wouldn't want you to miss a thing. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.